morning, children. Welcome back to Class 2, English, Lesson 7, Rabbit's Turnip. What do you think? Do you know what a turnip looks like? Turnips are colorful root vegetables that are really good to eat, and you can eat a lot of them because they are good for your health. Today we are going to read about rabbit's turnip. As you all know that turnip is a vegetable. See, it looks like this. I will now read the paragraph for you and then explain it to you in detail, children. It was winter. Rabbit was hopping about in a field. He was looking for something to eat. It is going to snow soon, Rabbit said to himself. I have to find some food. It was winter. What do you think winter is? Winter is a season. In India, we have three seasons, such as summer, winter, and rainy. Winter is the coldest season where we can find snowfall in large amount. Rabbit was hopping about in a field. What do you think hopping means? Hopping means moving around in short jumps with both the feet. You can look into the picture so that you can understand how it is jumping with the both the feet. It was winter. You can find a rabbit sitting there, and which season is that? It is winter season. Rabbit was hopping about in a field. We can see the rabbit hopping in the field. He was looking for something to eat. What was the rabbit doing? It was looking for something to eat. It is going to snow soon, Rabbit said to himself. Now Rabbit is telling that it is going to snow. I have to find some food because in this winter season they can't go in search of food. Now itself he is going to find the food. So he pawed through the field till he found a turnip. Then he found a second one. He took the turnips and hurried home. Here pawed means digging something with the paws. So you can see the rabbit sitting and digging something in the field. What was the rabbit searching for? So he pawed through the field till he found a turnip. What did he wanted to find? He wanted to find a vegetable turnip. Then he found the second one. As he got the first one, again he started to dig and he got the second one also. He took the turnips and hurried home. What did he do? He started to move quickly to his house. Soon Rabbit was warm, safe and happy. Then he thought about Donkey. Donkey lived alone on a hill. I wonder if Donkey has any food, said Rabbit. Now what happened? As soon as it reached home safely, what did he think about? Soon Rabbit was warm, safe and happy. He reached his house with the vegetable and he was very happy. What do you think? Then he thought about a donkey. He thought about whom? He thought about a donkey. Donkey lived all alone on a hill. Where was a donkey living? It was living on a hill and it was alone. I wonder if donkey has any food, thought Rabbit. Now Rabbit is thinking about the donkey, that donkey has that food. I have two turnips. I will give one to her. So Rabbit slowly rolled a turnip up the hill to Donkey's house. Donkey was not at home. Now Rabbit has two turnips, so it wanted to give one turnip. So I have two turnips. I will give one to her, one to the donkey. So Rabbit slowly rolled a turnip up to the hill to Donkey's house. It took the turnip to Donkey's house. Donkey was not at home. When Rabbit went there, Donkey was not at his house. It was snowing, so Rabbit left the turnip by the door and hopped back home. What did Rabbit do now? Rabbit went in search of Donkey and thought of giving the turnip to the donkey, but it did not find the donkey at home. It was snowing. It started to snow. Now the snow started to fall as it was winter season. Rabbit left the turnip by the door and hopped back home. It left the turnip near the donkey's house and it came back home. After some time, Donkey returned home. So she had found a potato for herself. She saw the turnip by the door. Now what happened? The rabbit hopped back home, kept the turnip near the donkey's house. After some time, who came back? After some time, Donkey returned home. Donkey came to her house back. She had found a potato for herself. As she came back, she had found a potato. She got a potato and she brought it home. She saw a turnip by the door. She saw what here now near the door? She saw a turnip near the door. What a lovely surprise, said Donkey. But my potato is enough for me. Goat's always hungry. I should take this to him. Now what happened? The rabbit left the turnip to the donkey, but the turnip was not taken by the donkey because donkey had a potato for herself. What a lovely surprise, said Donkey. Donkey is looking at the turnip and telling it's a surprise for me. But my potato is enough for me. But what happened? It had a potato for herself. And she said that this potato is enough for me. I don't want this turnip. Goat's always hungry. Now donkey is thinking about the goat and thinking that it is always hungry. I should take this to him. Now donkey is thinking that it will take the turnip to the goat. Donkey trotted to goat's house, but he was not there. So donkey left the turnip by the door and went back home. Now what happened? Donkey thought of the goat and he wanted to take it to goat's house. Donkey trotted to goat's house, but he was not there. Trotted means moved in a way that is faster than walking but slower than running. Now he took the turnip to goat's house. Soon Goat returned home with the cabbage. He saw the turnip by the door. Dear one has lost a turnip. It must be Dear when she passed this way. I should return this to her. Goat then rolled the turnip to Deer's house, but Deer was not there. So Goat left the turnip by the door and went back home. Deer came home with a carrot she had found. She saw the turnip. How kind! Someone's left me a gift, said Deer. But there is no need to keep more than I can eat. There is so much snow. I wonder if Rabbit was able to find any food at all. I will give this to him. Now what happened? As the goat returned home, and what did it see now near the door? Soon Goat returned home with the cabbage. Goat found a cabbage and he came home with a cabbage. He saw the turnip by the door. What did the goat see? He saw a turnip which was lying down near the door. Dear me, said Goat. Oh, somebody has kept something for me, said near the door. Someone has lost a turnip. Now, Goat thinks that somebody has lost the turnip near the door. It must be the deer. when she passed this way. Now goat is thinking that it must be the deer. When it passed this way, it lost the turnip here. I should return this to her. It thinks that it should return the turnip back to the deer. Goat then rolled the turnip to deer's house. Goat pushed the turnip to the deer's house. But deer was not there. Now, when the goat came, deer was not at his house. Goat left the turnip by the door and trudged back home. Goat kept the turnip near the deer's door and it slowly came back home. Deer came home with a carrot she had found. Now Deer returned home with a carrot. She saw the turnip near the door. How kind, someone's left me a gift, said Deer. Deer is thinking that somebody has left a gift. The turnip is a gift for me. But there is no need to keep more than I can eat. Now Deer is thinking that I have a carrot, that's enough for me. I don't want more than that. There is so much snow. Now what happened, because it's winter, there is so much of snowfall in that place. I wonder if rabbit was able to find any food. Deer is now thinking of the rabbit, that rabbit has found its food or not. I will give this to him. Deer thought that he will give the turnip to the rabbit. Deer walked carefully through the deep, deep snow. Rabbit was at home, but he was asleep. So Deer left the turnip by the door and then trudged back home. The next morning, Rabbit woke up early. He opened the door, and what did he see? He saw the turnip lying by the door. Now, how has this come back to me? Exclaimed Rabbit. Now what happened? As the deer started to walk with the turnip to Rabbit's house, Deer walked carefully through the deep, deep snow. As the snowfall was more, what happened? The deer walked very carefully to the rabbit's house. Rabbit was asleep. Now Rabbit was inside the house, but he was asleep. So Deer left the turnip by the door. What did the deer do? It kept the turnip near the door and then it trudged back home. Trudged back means it moved slowly, heavily, and with more difficulty because of the deep snow. The next morning, Rabbit woke up early. What happened next morning? Rabbit woke up very early. He opened the door, and what did he see? As soon as the rabbit opened the door, it saw something near the door. What was it? He saw the turnip lying by the door. He saw the turnip which was near the door. Now, how has this come back to me? Exclaimed Rabbit. Now, what happened? The turnip came back to Rabbit's house. Now, Rabbit exclaimed means it said something loudly to show the excitement or the surprise. How? I thought of somebody else and somebody has thought about me. See, children, how the animals wanted to help each other when they are in need. So the winter is a season where they can't go to find food. So what they did, they wanted to help each other. What they had more food, they wanted to give it to others. So don't waste food. If you have more food with you, what you have to do, you have to give it to others, not to spoil the food. You have to be helpful like the animals. Thank you.